Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up as the Prime Minister of India. You have 1,826 days, exactly 5 years to fix the country. What's your first move? Before you answer, let me paint you a picture of what you've inherited. Delhi's air is so toxic that breathing it is equivalent to smoking 25 cigarettes daily. Bangalore's traffic is so bad that people spend 3 years of their lifetime stuck in jam. Mumbai floods every year. And across the country, people are losing faith in democracy itself. So I'll ask again, what would you do? This isn't a fantasy, it's a thought experiment, a challenge. Because if we know what we would do, then we can hold those in power accountable. India today faces extraordinary challenges. Democracy feels fragile, votes are bought, trust is broken, and politics is reduced to a spectacle. Our cities are choking in pollution. Our roads are clogged with endless traffic. Most cities flood every monsoon. Hospitals overflow, healthcare costs are rising, and violence against doctors is becoming alarmingly common. Farmers continue to struggle. Courts take years, sometimes decades, to deliver justice. And millions of our brightest minds leave the country to build their future elsewhere. We all know what is wrong, but how many of us know what must be done? Now, I know what you're thinking. These are complex problems with no simple solutions. But here's the thing. While we sit here feeling helpless, other countries have actually solved these exact same issues. Meanwhile, our social media is full of arguments. BJP versus Congress, North versus South, Hindu versus Muslim. Everyone's fighting about who's right, but nobody's talking about what's right. And the scary part, while we fight amongst ourselves, the real problems keep getting worse. The air gets more toxic every year. Traffic gets more chaotic. Healthcare becomes more expensive. Education becomes more irrelevant. And jobs become more scarce. So the question isn't whether change is needed. The question is how. Now, I could sit here and complain about politicians like everyone else, but what's the point? Instead, I want to try something different, something that might actually make a difference. Over the next few months, I'm going to do a thought experiment. What if you, yes, you watching this video, became Prime Minister tomorrow? What would you actually do? Not what you'd say in speeches, not what promises you'd make, but what concrete, actionable steps would you take to fix these problems? In every episode, we will take one burning issue. We'll ask 3 simple questions. What is broken and why? We'll identify the root cause of each problem, not just the symptoms. How have other countries solved this? And how can India adapt those lessons for itself? Look, you and I both know we are probably not going to become the Prime Minister anytime soon. Why does this matter? Because knowledge is power. And accountability starts with knowing what's possible. This series is an attempt to imagine India differently. Not as a politician, but as a citizen. Right now, when a politician says healthcare is a complex problem, you nod and accept it. But what if you knew exactly how South Korea built universal healthcare in 12 years? Suddenly, that excuse doesn't work. When someone says traffic cannot be solved, you feel helpless. But what if you knew how Curitiba, Brazil, went from traffic chaos to smooth mobility in 1 decade? Now, you can demand the same solution. When leaders say corruption is in our culture, you might believe it. But when you see how Singapore went from third world corruption to zero tolerance in 20 years, you realize culture isn't destiny. Leadership is. The goal here isn't to make you feel superior to politicians. The goal is to make you an informed citizen who can hold them accountable, who can question those in power with clarity, not just anger. The goal is to create a people's manifesto, which is evidence-based, practical, and rooted in real solutions. Because here's the truth. Politicians will only be as good as what citizens demand from them. If we don't know what's possible, we'll accept what's convenient. But if we know exactly what needs to be done, with specific plans and proven examples from around the world, then we can demand those same results from whoever we elect. Imagine if millions of Indians had the same blueprint, the same clear vision of reforms. Leaders could no longer distract us with noise. They would have to deliver. This isn't about you imagining yourself as PM. This is about preparing yourself to be a citizen who can't be fooled by empty promises. The next election is never far away. If we don't demand better now, we will keep getting the same tomorrow. Over the coming weeks, we'll ask bold questions. How can we reform the police? How do we protect healthcare workers and make treatment affordable? How do we fight corruption? And how do we strengthen our courts, rebuild our schools, and stop the brain drain? And how do we finally fix traffic, pollution, and climate resilience before it's too late? And here's my promise. No jargon, no empty speeches. Just no nonsense answers. Straight to the point, actionable steps, practical reforms. Without the noise, without the clutter. So here's what I need from you. In the comments below, tell me, if you became Prime Minister tomorrow, what would be your top 3 priorities? Not what you think sounds good, but what you genuinely believe would make the biggest difference. And as we go through this series together, I want you to think critically, challenge my ideas, suggest better solutions, share examples from your city, your state, your experience. Because the best ideas don't come from one person. They come from collective intelligence, from people who have seen problems up close and thought deeply about solutions. If this sounds interesting, subscribe and hit the bell icon, because this isn't just content. This is a preparation for the democracy we deserve. The question isn't whether India can change. The question is whether we are ready to demand that change. Let's find out.